Hello, Mario. I hope you're fine. Hello, Erika. Hello, everyone.
Hello, teacher. How are you?
I'm very well. How about you, my dear? I missed you yesterday.
Sorry, teacher. The
No, you
company
don't
of
have to be sorry.
electricity,
Uh-uh.
the company of electricity was making a program maintenance, and
Maintenance in
we
your
were
area. Yes,
yes, and
I
we
see.
were without energy all day.
Ah, I see. Okay. Yes, I noticed that you were not here. But I
The
remember you
electricity
told me.
come back. Oh, sorry.
No, I remember you told me your mom had already finished all her treatment. So I thought, well, okay, maybe it's another problem.
No, it's the problem of the company. And today is my nephew birthday, and I only will watch the first class.
Okay. Is there a party?
Oh, only a cake because we can gather a lot of people. Then only the
I
uncles
see.
and
I see. But is it going to be in your house or no?
no in his
Their
house.
house. In his house. I
There,
see. Okay. But there is no lockdown there, right? Or this is
no,
just
no
a
lockdown.
recommendation? It's just a
Yes,
recommendation. Okay. Yeah.
yes, but the cases are increasing at this moment in São Paulo.
Remember what I told
Again.
you? Wait for the election. After the election, the cases would increase. Okay, it was
Yes.
just like in the United States. Before the election, nobody talked anything about cases. After the election, in 5 days, 1 million new cases in 5 days.
Here
Okay.
they don't speak about increasing of the number of deaths, but they are talking that the
The number
internations,
of internet people is increasing.
the number of internet people are increasing, and
Yes.
they say that is because the holiday in the beginning of the November.
Sure. Yeah. I have a student who is a medical doctor. She told me that the occupants rate at Einstein and Syro-Libanese is already over 85%. Okay. It's
85%?
yeah, 85. It's pretty high.
85.
Yes.
Oh, it's a
It's
lot,
very
teacher.
high. Oh, what
Oh,
happened?
hello.
You decided to show yourself. Oh, your
Only to
beautiful
talk with
hair.
you. My hair is terrible, teacher.
Ah,
I'm not blonde anymore.
oh my dear. You should be so happy that you have hair. What about me? Oh, okay. I did a stupid accident with myself at the worst time of the year. Okay. So now I feel cold every night. Okay. Every day.
Oh, this is terrible, teacher.
Oh, especially here at the back of the neck. Okay. Sometimes I have to put the sleeves up like this because it feels so cold at the back of the neck. Okay. And the
Oh my
temperature
gosh.
here, it's around 5, 6 every day.
Oh, it's very cold. For me,
It
it's very cold.
it is cold for everyone, I think. Okay. Today I needed. I only go out if I have to. Today I needed to go to the supermarket. Okay. I needed to buy certain things, and it was very cold, even during the day, even with the sun. It was cold. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know where the other girls are. I don't know what's happening. Maybe today the electrical company is doing the maintenance in other areas, okay?
Yes.
But what I can do is I can explain you what I explained it to them yesterday,
Okay,
okay?
teacher.
Because you were not here, so you missed. So we can review. It's important. Okay, let me share the screen with
Okay.
you. If they come back, we'll just continue. But so far, I don't know. Let me
Okay.
share my screen. Oh, in our last class, we were talking about the use of even, even though, even if, and even so. Okay? So there
Okay.
are many constructions that use the word even, and the idea is different. So if you pay attention here, you understand. For example, during one conversation class with one of my students, I asked her, if you won the lottery, okay, if you won the lottery, would you still continue teaching? She's a yoga teacher and she's really passionate about yoga. So she told me, of course, I'd continue teaching, even I didn't have to work. Well, if you observe her answer, you feel that something is strange. Even I didn't have to work. So the use of even here, it's not correct. Because if I only use even, we use it to emphasize the greatness of something. For example, I think, I don't know, that's my personal opinion. McDonald's is an expensive place, and Burger King is even more expensive than McDonald's in Europe. It's even more expensive than, okay? Can you
Okay.
understand the idea?
Yes, I think yes.
Okay. But what happens here? If you observe here, I'd continue teaching. I have one sentence. I didn't have to work. I have another sentence. Subject, verb, complement. And even is not a connector. That's why it's not possible to use to connect two sentences.
Oh, I don't know
Understand?
if it is that connector.
No, it is not a connector. It's just a word. Even if it's a connector, even though it's a connector, but not even. Okay?
Okay.
So if you observe here, we use even when we want to express a surprising extreme or when we want to say that something is more than we expected. For example, she's rude to everyone. She's even rude to me. So I am in a certain way complaining the fact that she's not only rude, she's even rude to me. Okay? Imagine that you are working in one of the very good jewelries you used to work, and I'm looking for a little gift to give to, I don't know, somebody. And then you show me one beautiful ring, okay?
Okay.
And then I ask, how much is this? Oh, this one is like 5,000. I'm afraid that's a little out of my budget. How about this one? Oh, sir, I'm sorry, but this one is a little even more expensive. Oh, it's even more expensive. So that means it's more than 5,000. Understand? I remember once my son was
Yes.
planning to get engaged, and I was going to New York, and he asked me to go to Tiffany's in New York to look for
Oh.
engagement rings. Erica, my friend, there was an entire department at Tiffany's only with engagement rings. And the woman asked me, "What is your budget?" I said, something between 5 and 10,000, I think. She said, "Oh, okay. That's not a very good one." It's not a very good one, but we can find something. And she started showing some diamonds that were so tiny it was necessary a magnifying lenses to see them, understand? And then I asked it, what about those ones over there? Well, those are between like 1.2 and 2.5 million dollars. And I was, 1.2 and $2.5 million? Yes, sir. And I was, well, you know what? I thought it would be simple. Maybe I think it's better to tell my son to come here in person because it's not going to be simple. And then, just for fun, I asked her, would you have a brochure or a flyer with some different types? Oh, of course we do, sir. You're not going to believe. She gave me, was not a flyer. It was like a book about this thick, about 350, 400 pages, only with
Wow.
different models of engagement rings. Can you believe?
Wow.
And they
You'll
varied,
be crazy there.
no, and they had some rings that even cost like almost five big M, $5 million. So
Wow.
that's too much money. So he gets up early, even on Sundays. Hello, Monica.
Hello, teacher. Excuse me about the time.
Oh, I have to excuse everyone. I don't know
I
what's
had
happening.
some small problem here.
No problem. So I was just going back to the part we studied, we talked about yesterday, because only Erica was here and Mario, nobody
Mhm,
else. So I just decided to go over. You see,
mhm,
the problem with this sentence at the beginning is that even is used as a conjunction. As I told you, a conjunction is a word that connects two sentences. And even is not a conjunction. Even if it is, even though it is, but not even. So, of course, I would continue teaching, even if I didn't have to work. Now it's perfect. Even if, okay? Even though and even if are completely different. Let's understand the difference here. We use even if when we are talking about an unreal situation. We use it to speculate or when we don't consider something as a fact. To understand this, look at the example. I'm going out tomorrow, even if it's raining. That means makes no difference. I'm going out anyway, even if it's raining. Okay?
Okay.
On the other hand, she's leaving the company, even if they give her a promotion. She doesn't want to work there anymore. Okay? Even if we had the money, we would live in a big house. Be yourself, whatever it is, even if it's scary. Maria Carla Boscono. Okay? Now, even though we use even though when we are talking not about an unreal situation, but a real one. We want to use to show a contrasting thing. For example, I'm going out now, even though it's raining. That means it is raining, but I'm going out anyway. The
mhm,
other case, even if it's raining, that is a hypothetical scenario, not here.
mhm,
Here's a real scenario. In this case, I know it's raining and I don't care. I'm going out anyway. Or she's leaving the company, even though they offered her a promotion yesterday. Okay, it's not even if they offer. Here, they
mhm,
already offered her a promotion, but she's leaving the company. Even though we have the money, we don't want to live in a big house. Okay, because of taking care of a big house is a big problem. Even
mhm.
though you're growing up, you should never stop having fun. Nina Dobrev. Okay, so can you see the difference between even if and even though?
Yes.
Okay. Every time you want to introduce a contrasting idea to the reality, you say even though. Okay?
Okay.
Even so. Even so follows a fact. And the idea is the same of however or in spite of that. For example, the weather wasn't great. Even so, we enjoyed our trip. Everyone likes him. Even so, I don't trust him. So the idea is closer to however, okay? But even so, I still get nervous before I go on stage. That was by Etta James,
Yes, I
famous
love her.
actress. Yes.
Mhm,
But she said, even so, that
mhm,
means even nowadays, she still get nervous before she goes on the stage. Okay.
mhm. Teacher, what is on stage?
To make a performance, a public performance in a
Ah,
theater,
okay.
in
She's a
public.
singer and a theater
Yes.
also.
Yeah, it's a
She was.
theater. Yes.
Mhm,
A theater, an arena, understand?
mhm.
But like Carnegie Hall is like a theater. And I have
Mm.
seen many performers
Okay,
giving a concert there. Okay. Now,
James.
it, even though has exactly the same meaning of in spite of. I don't know
Mm.
if you have already seen this, but the meaning is exactly the same. The difference is not in meaning, the difference is in the construction. Pay attention here. When I use even though, I need to use after even though a subject pronoun, even though I, even though he, even though they, and I need a verb. Even though I work hard. You see, even though I work hard. When I use in spite of, I can never use a subject pronoun because of is a preposition. So if you ever say in spite of I, forget about it, it's wrong. So we either use a gerund or a noun or a possessive adjective. Pay attention to the example. Even though I work hard, I never have money. You see, that's a contrasting thing. Even though I work hard, subject, verb. I never have money because the cost of living here is very expensive. So I never have money. In spite of my hard work, I never have money. You see, in spite of my hard work, I cannot use a subject pronoun, but I can use a possessive adjective. Or in spite of working hard. Now, I try to create sentences that are all the same. In spite of working hard, I never have money. In spite of the bad weather, I'm going out. Oh, the bad weather, not it's raining. Even though it's raining, I'm going out. In spite of the bad weather, the rainy weather, I'm going out. Can you see the difference?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
After even though, I always need to have a subject pronoun and a verb. After in spite of, I can never have a subject pronoun. Okay?
Okay.
But the meaning, the same. What about the others? For example,
This is the problem.
although, yeah. No, but they're all the same. Here they are the same. Although, even though,
Mhm,
in spite of, despite, are all used to link two contrasting ideas or show that one fact makes the other fact surprising. They can all be used at the beginning or in the middle. It's not important. If you say, I'm going out in spite of the bad weather, or in spite of the bad weather, I'm going out. The order is not important.
mhm,
Despite the rain, we enjoy the festival. We enjoy the festival despite the rain. Okay?
mhm,
But is there a difference? No. Despite, in spite, okay? Despite the fact that it's the same. The main difference between although, even though, in spite of, and despite is that they are used with different structure. That's exactly what I told you. In spite of or despite, they are used with a gerund or a pronoun, never a subject pronoun. They never made much money in spite of their success. In spite of the pain in his leg, he completed the marathon. Despite having a headache, I had a great birthday. The train was canceled. In spite of that, we arrived on time. Note that it is common to use in spite of and despite with the expression the fact. In spite of that, okay? Oh, in spite of the fact that we worked very hard, he didn't pass the exam. Despite the fact that he worked very hard, he didn't pass. So in this case, you practically transform it. It's not only in spite of. You have an entire sentence practically. Despite the fact that, in spite of the fact that, then you can use a subject pronoun. Okay? But it would be easier to say even though. Even though he worked very hard, he didn't pass. I prefer. Although and even though, they both require a subject and a verb. Even though is slightly stronger and more emphatic than although. Like, I enjoyed the course, although I would have liked more grammar. Although we saw each other every day, we didn't really know each other. Even though she spoke very quietly, he understood every word. She didn't get the job, even though she had all the necessary qualifications. Only though can be used in the same way as although. Oh, though I wasn't keen on the film, I thought the music was beautiful. Though can be used at the beginning or at the end of the sentence without any alteration in meaning. Like, we waited ages for our food, but the waiter was really nice, though. Okay? Many people ask me, is there a difference between though and however? No, only the position. However, we would use like we waited ages for our food. However, the waiter was really nice. And though we use at the end. Ah, but the waiter was really nice, though. Okay? But the idea is the same. Okay, let's see if you understood. There are some exercises here. We decided to buy the house. We didn't really have enough money. What do you think is the best completion? Despite, in spite of, or even though? Monica disappeared or only no? Only the camera is off. She's still here. Hello, Regina.
I'm here.
Hello, teacher. I'm late again.
Better late than ever.
Oh, yeah, I believe.
Today, I think everyone had problems.
Yes.
Except me, except me.
Thanks God. Thanks God.
The only problem I have is that I have a flat ass. Okay? I've been sitting here in front of the computer since 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, my God.
You can
Oh my
say,
God.
but now it's only 5 o'clock, teacher. 5 o'clock for you. For me, it's 9:30.
9:30. Bye.
6
Yeah,
hours. And I still have 4 more classes to give. Cheers.
my God.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So, what is the best completion for number 1? Despite, in spite of, even though, or I don't know.
I don't know.
For me, even
I
though
know.
we decided to buy the house, even though we didn't really,
Even though,
even though, even though,
yeah, the pronunciation is though.
though, we
Why?
did,
It's very easy. You just need to observe what do you have after the space. We already eliminate in spite of. We already eliminate despite because they can never be followed by the subject. So the only possibility is even though.
even though.
You see? It's very
Yeah.
easy.
Mhm.
Many times you keep spending a lot of time trying to imagine, but you focus your attention at the space. No, you have to look what comes after the space or before the space. Then immediately you discover.
Mhm.
Oh, look at number 2. I don't even know the alternatives, but I look here. I have my careful planning.
Mhm.
Oh, I don't have a subject pronoun. What I have here is just a noun, my careful planning.
Mhm.
So even though requires a subject, out.
Mhm.
Although requires a subject, out. So
Despite. Mhm.
despite. You see
Yeah.
how easy it is?
And
Yes.
you must
You
remember
only
this.
need, no, but you only need to analyze what you have. Oh,
Mhm.
my partner snores really loudly, but space that I sleep well. Understand the verb to snore?
No.
Well, I'm going to be very honest with you. I don't know. My wife told me that when I sleep, I snore. But I never heard myself. Okay, I sleep. I never woke up listening to myself snoring. Okay. But for example, when my son comes to visit us, he has a dog.
Mhm.
His dog, Jesus Christ, is like a tractor. The dog snores a lot.
Mhm.
And the dog likes to sleep in our bed. I want to kill the dog because if I don't sleep before the dog, it's impossible. I have never seen a dog snoring so much. Okay, a dog, and it's a little dog, but it
Mhm.
snores a lot.
It depends of the race of the dog.
The
Yeah.
breed, the breed.
Breed. Race.
Yeah,
No, it's not race.
race is
Breed.
not used for animals. Race is
Ah,
like
okay.
the human race. Okay,
Okay. Mhm.
it's a competition. For animals, we say breed.
Ah,
B
okay.
R R B R E E D. Breed.
Okay.
It's a French bulldog.
It's for this. The nose
Yes,
is.
I think the nose is all
Mhm.
stuck up and then they snore a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. So my partner snores really loudly, but I already have a connector here. But that I sleep well. Because of this, I changed completely. I needed to rethink. Okay. Even though it's never followed by that, even though it's followed by the subject pronoun. So forget about even though. And if I forget about even though, I also forget about although, because they are synonyms. All right.
All
So
right.
the only possibility is in spite of that. Okay.
Okay.
Just because of that. In spite of that, I sleep well. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, you keep making that stupid noise. I have, I have asked you to stop 3 times. So I have here I, subject, and a verb. Immediately, I eliminate despite and in spite of. You see, that's why sometimes when people tell me, teacher, I took the TOEFL test, I took the IELTS test, it's impossible. Uh, there is no time. Of course, there is no time because you waste your time looking at stupid things.
Ah,
No,
race. Mm-hmm.
yeah. Oh,
Race.
if I have an exercise like this, the first thing I'm going to look is what comes before and after the space. I don't even need to read the sentence, honestly.
Mhm.
Oh, I have that stupid noise space I've asked. So I have two sentences. I need a conjunction here. Okay? So I have a subject here, I. So eliminate despite, it is eliminate in spite of. The only possibility is even though.
Even though.
Finished. Go to the next. Now, if you look at the next, what do you have after the space? Coming.
Don't
You see, you don't have a subject, you have a gerund.
Gerund.
So if you have a gerund, it's only possible despite or in spite of. That's it, finished. Oh,
Yes.
it's easy. Can you see? We can answer this kind of exercise in seconds. We don't need 1 minute. I didn't even read the sentence.
Yeah.
Oh, even space, you told me 10 times, I still forgot. Even you told me 10 times, I still forgot. So even despite it doesn't exist. Even although doesn't exist. So the only possibility we have is even though.
Oh.
Even though you told me 10 times, I still forgot. Oh, I handed my report in on time. The fact that, oh, this changes completely. Oh, the fact that I had been ill. So I cannot use even though, I cannot use although. The only possibility is despite the fact that. Apesar do fato que, easy. We can do exercise like this in seconds, not even minutes, when you think logically.
Remember the rules.
Ah, yes, of course. But this is in every language.
Yes.
Okay, Portuguese is the same. Oh, space. What comes after? Subject pronoun and a verb. Already eliminate despite, in spite. It's not even necessary to read the rest, guys. That's what I'm telling you. No, if I am doing a test, I am really focused. Okay? So, is it important to read? She's arriving late. She still wants to eat when she gets here. No. I want to know the answer. I want to know what is correct. So, although she's arriving late, she still wants to eat when she gets here. Perfect. Okay, good. Now, I will give you, let me minimize a little bit the page. You have exactly 5 minutes to try to do these 4 sentences. You can use your imagination, complete with only even so, even if, or even though. There is one for each one. So you have 5 minutes. Think about. Now I'm not going to say anything. It's up to you. It's up to you. New York. New York. Two more minutes. Come on. Finishing.
Yes.
Okay. Monica, can you
Yes.
read and tell me what do you think the first one is?
For me, the first one is even though everything is going wrong, she always has a smile on her face. I really
Even
admire
no or even though?
even though
Though
though. Mm-hmm.
everything is going wrong, she always has a smile on her face. I really admire her.
Or
What do you think, Erica, Regina? Do you
I
agree with
think it's
Monica?
even so.
even so.
Why it's better to use even so than even though?
Because it's going wrong. Going because it's
It's a contrast. No, I have the
no.
subject. Everything is.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. But the problem is, well, things are going wrong, but she always has a smile on her face. So even so,
So. Mm,
even when things are going wrong, she always has a smile. That's the idea. It's
okay.
not a contrasting thing. A contrasting
Okay.
would be number two. Pay
Mm-hmm.
attention to number two.
There.
Erica, can you read
There's.
number two? They are spending money like there is no tomorrow.
Even though they are unemployed.
I see.
You see, they don't even have a job and they are spending money like there is no tomorrow. That
Yeah.
is a contrasting thing because
Mm,
usually we spend money when you have it, but they are
yeah.
unemployed.
Even so.
Regina, what about number three?
Nothing is permanent in this great world of ours, not even our trouble.
This is something I always tell to my children.
Mm.
Okay. No, it's true if you think about it. Because sometimes there are so many things going wrong, 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 and then you think, oh my gosh, what's the problem? Nothing is permanent, not even our troubles. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
So even the troubles, okay, not even our troubles. And the last one, Monica, just do everything.
Just do everything you can to help him, even um, if mhm, even if you have
If
to sell
yes, even if you
if
have to sell
sell
everything you
everything you
have
have
now,
now.
yes, that means do everything you can, even
Hmm.
if you have to sell everything you have. Any
Hmm.
question about this or no question about this?
No, it's
No.
okay.
Okay, I don't know if you receive it, but I changed the passage here. I really don't know where I was with my head. Okay.
Mhm.
No, I just prepared the same passage I had prepared for the previous week. Okay.
No,
So,
no
yes,
problem.
twice. And this one I forgot to include the photograph. Oh my gosh. I think I'm going crazy. Okay. But okay. This passage is going to be about the first Thanksgiving meal. Of course, everybody knows about the common food that is usually served on a Thanksgiving meal, which is
Mhm.
celebrated 1 week from tomorrow, next Thursday, okay, or 1 week from today. But what we are going to listen in this passage is exactly the origin of everything, why they started eating these and that, and why they preserved the custom. You will probably conclude that British people, American people, they are very conservative. Okay.
Mhm.
Many times they don't even know why they do something, but well, we have been doing it for 300 years, so let's continue. Okay. But anyway, tomorrow we will talk about it. We are not going to talk about it tonight. We'll talk about
Mhm.
it tomorrow. Okay. Because it's
Okay.
too long and we won't have time to listen.
Mhm.
So thank you very much for watching the class. If you have any question about the difference between even though, even so, okay, just ask me. You have my email. I usually email everyone every week. So just
Mhm.
send me an email. Teacher, I don't understand these. I was ashamed of asking you in class, but no problem. Sometimes that happens. So you can
Yeah.
use the email and ask me, okay? I will
Okay.
gladly answer it. I hope to see you girls tomorrow, okay?
Okay. Thank you so much.
And for the ones that are going to watch other class, I'll see you later. For the ones that are going to have fun, okay?
Thank you.
Bye
Bye bye.
bye. See you later then,
Bye-bye.
okay?
See
See
you.
ya. Bye.
Later, alligator.
Oh, yes, crocodile.